What's up, y'all, man? I have to talk about my Chicago Bulls, man. The Chicago Bulls are playing great basketball. As of right now, they're number one in the Eastern Conference, the third best record behind Golden State and Phoenix. We know how those two teams are doing in the West. And I have to give the Bulls organization credit for going out, getting players like Vortic from Orlando, trading Wendell Carter Jr., going out and getting Lonzo Ball. To me, one of the best point guards in the league. At least he's a top 10 point guard because of his defense of prowess and his offense, and he has changed his shot. You got to give that young man a lot of credit. He came in the league with a lot of hype. His father, was, speaking him up. His father spoke him up to me, which was good because his son was picked number 2 overall, and went to the Lakers. It didn't work out with the Lakers like they would have liked it to be. His son, Lonzo Ball, he went and changed his shot. Now his shot is a really good shot. It looks like it's good every time he shoots it. He's shooting it pretty well from the field. They brought in Caruso from the Lakers. He was a scrappy player for the Lakers. I used to call him pizza delivery boy, but I was just trying to make jokes with me and my son. But anyway, Caruso, pretty good defensive player. He's one of those glue guys, right? One of those glue guys that a really good team needs to, especially coming off the bench, a glue guy to bring everything together, keep everything tight. He does everything. He can score. He can play defense. He play on the ball defense, off the ball defense, team defense. Because team defense, just because you can play team defense doesn't mean you can play, on the ball defense. And this guy plays on the ball defense. He's like that Kawhi Leonard, that he's gonna take the ball from you on the ball defense. If y'all know how young Kawhi Leonard used to play with the San Antonio Spurs, he still shows flashes of it with the Clippers in Toronto. But that Spurs, Kawhi Leonard, who used to just D you up, take the ball out of your hands, that's Caruso. Caruso rebounds. He's a assist guy. He's athletic. Just tough nosed, rugged player. They brought in some other pieces. They brought in DeMar DeRozan, right? As a lot of people said, DeMar DeRozan was not going to work with Zach LaVine because they both are high volume shooters off the perimeter, right? Which is true, but both of the guys shoot really good percentages. I believe last year and the year before that, I believe Zach LaVine was around about 50% from the field. And I believe DeMar DeRozan, he's not that far behind. DeMar DeRozan is a great mid-range shooter. You know what I'm saying? He has put his offense has come out more to the three-point line as of this year. He hit 2 game-winning back-to-back three-point shots to win the games. The first player to do it in consecutive days. Larry Bird did do it in back-to-back games, but it was like a couple days in between. But semantics. But they both really did the same thing, right? It's just DeMar DeRozan did it in back-to-back, days. They gotta have. The NBA has to have stats for everything. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, DeMar DeRozan. A lot of people were saying DeMar DeRozan was not going to work with the Bulls. I always thought he was going to work with the Bulls because the simple fact is this: you got Vortic on the inside. Zach LaVine, although Zach LaVine does, shoot the ball, 18 to 20 times, he shoots the ball at a high clip. There was a void there on a perimeter to help Zach LaVine. He understands that he needs help on the team, period, right? So when they got Vortic last year, that was some help for Zach LaVine. And now you get another shot creator with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan, to me, he should be in that top 3, 4, 5 MVP candidate, in my opinion, because not only did he change the Bulls around, like I said, Caruso, the addition of Vortic last year on the trade deadline, the addition of Lonzo Ball, they all helped. DeMar DeRozan is the veteran on the team. He's the guy that's been deep in the playoffs. The Bulls, Caruso won a title, so Caruso been deep in the playoffs. They don't have a lot of playoff experience. Vortic, I know he was in the playoffs a couple times. Zach LaVine never been in the playoffs. So if they make the playoffs this year, it'll be Zach LaVine first time in the playoffs. I know a lot of people going like, well, the Bulls going to do this, going to do that. I don't know what they're going to do. And I like Kobe White too. I like Kobe White accepting his role off the bench, being like a Leandro Barbosa off the bench, or a Lou Williams off the bench, or a Crawford off the bench. A guy, back in my day, Vinnie Johnson, Detlef Shrimp, a guy that can come in and provide offensive punch off the bench, especially like if you're down. If you're down, he can keep the game close, or maybe take the lead with his offensive prowess. Or if you're up, he can extend the lead. So that's a great addition off the bench. It's good that young man, because he is young, and it's hard for young people that were starters when new people come in. Now you're pushed to the bench, and you some of them guys can feel a certain way. It's props for him to have the maturity to understand, like, look, Vujicic is a veteran, really good player, all-star. Zach LaVine, all-star. Lonzo Ball is a borderline all-star. And DeMar DeRozan, all-star. So he looked at the landscape and like, just let me fit in, let me get a role, embrace your role, because the championship teams are teams that embrace a role. That's why I like Phoenix so well in the West. I like Golden State as well too. Don't get me wrong, I like Golden State. I'm just worried about Klay Thompson. How's he gonna come back? Me and Zone had a good conversation yesterday. We both agreed that the Golden State Warriors have so many weapons with Wiggins. We know what Curry can do. They got Iguodala back for some defense and some veteran glue guy, another glue guy, a high-level glue guy. They got Draymond Green, and they got Looney down low doing his thing, playing defense, getting buckets whenever he get buckets is a bonus. They got James Wiseman coming back. They got Lee, and they got Poole. The addition of Poole, he's doing well. So Klay Thompson does have that cushion to where he can get back comfortably without having to have the tension, the expectations of him just coming in and being Klay Thompson right away. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do love Phoenix synergy. I didn't know they had Biyombo. I seen Biyombo on their team, and I seen another guy on their team, Jackson, that used to play for Dallas. I think he used to play for New Orleans. Pretty good bench player, a guy that can, when your starter is out, he can do good for some games, you know what I'm saying? But I know they have Biyombo. He brings some more defensive presence down low with Ayton. So I love that Phoenix Suns team. In the East, I like Brooklyn. Kyrie is back as a part-time player. Now, to me, it works well in the regular season. You get to the playoffs, you get to that all-important game at home, and if they lose the game, is when people saying, well, Kyrie was only a part-time player. That's when it gets a little tricky when they in that mode. But to have Kyrie back at any capacity, it is good for them, because at first they didn't have none. They didn't have nothing coming from Kyrie. Productivity. You have Philly, Joel Embiid, those guys, Maxey, Harris. You got to get more from Harris. Harris got to give you more. Ben Simmons is not coming back, I don't think, this year. They got Curry, Steph Curry brother. They got Danny Green, a veteran, another glue guy. They hit big shots for the Lakers, Toronto, and San Antonio. Everywhere he's been, he hit big shots. But they're in the mix, but I'm not that high on them. You got Milwaukee. We know what Milwaukee is about with Middleton, Drew Holiday, and we know Giannis, what he's about, what he brings to the table. Brook Lopez, Bobby Porter's in Divinchenko. So we know what they Heel, another glue guy. We know what they bring to the table. I just believe at the end they're going to be, as long as they're healthy, they're going to be a big threat to repeat. You got Atlanta. The only thing about Atlanta is Atlanta has to get healthy. Once Atlanta gets healthy and gets their guys, out there playing, Atlanta is dangerous. I like Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of their players on their team. But we'll see how it goes. But the Bulls, they're doing their thing. They finally got it right. Billy Donovan, a good coach. He's good for these young players. They got so many young players. It's like having a college team. And Billy Donovan is good with the young players. You see what he did with OKC. after Russell Westbrook left. You've seen what he did back in Florida when he won back-to-back national titles. So with Joakim Noah and the guys, Corey Brewer and Al Horford, we seen what he did with young players. So he got a track record of having good synergy with young players. But we'll see how it goes, man. But right now the Bulls are doing great. I expect them to make the playoffs. I don't know what they're going to do in the playoffs. I don't really have no expectations yet because I have never seen these guys in the playoffs. Maybe if I see them in the first round and they do real good in the first round, they carry what they did in the regular season to that first round and they win the first round, and I can start saying where I can see the Bulls if they can make the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals. But let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out. Go Bulls.